reacting to Inxs Never Tear Us Apart. And it was released in August 8th, 1988 and recorded in 1987.
Yeah, so we are going back to the late 80s, DJ Stevie, and we are fulfilling a request, right, from a good friend of ours. So thank you for that request. And what country is Inxs from? Australia, right. So we're really excited to fulfill this request. The song title is Never Tear Us Apart. So we'll stop every now and then and get DJ Stevie and my reaction to what we see and hear in the song. And we'll talk a bit about some background. What are some of the other songs you like by Inxs?
Need You Tonight.
Need You Tonight. Do you like Original Sin?
Yes.
Right, yeah. Okay, so I'm ready. DJ Stevie, are you ready?
Yes.
Viewers, are you ready? Let's go. Okay, before we get into the vocals of Michael Hutchence, it's our understanding that Never Tear Us Apart was written in the tempo of a modern Vietnamese waltz layered with synthesizers. So do you hear all those synthesizers, DJ Stevie? Yeah, and do you know what city the video was shot in?
Where?
It was shot in Prague, right, in the Czech Republic. Prague. So we see some gentlemen playing the violins. And viewers, if you know the name of the body of water, do you know what it is?
And also the name of the gentleman.
Yeah, you know the name of the guys playing the violins. But in Prague. So we're going to head back to Prague and Never Tear Us Apart. Right?
Right.
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. We could live for 1,000 years if I hurt you. I make wine from your tears. I told you if we could fly, 'cause we all have wings. But some of us don't know why. I was standing there, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never, ever tear us apart.
Doesn't this remind you of where did we go where your uncle lives and we went to Mount Royal? What is that? Where? What city does your uncle live in?
Montreal.
Montreal kind of reminds us a little bit about that, but they're in the city of Prague. Two worlds collide. And when people get together and they get married and that, and like Mummy and I, we came from two different worlds. I wouldn't say we collided. We got together and here you were.
When did you get married?
Well, we got married a year before you were born in
What-
2001. But City of Prague, two worlds collide. And he sings about if you could live for how many years? For
1,000 years.
1,000 years. And we know, as do fans of Inxs, that Michael Hutchence, God rest his soul, and may he rest in peace, but he died quite young, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But let's get back to...
But he died quite young.
He did. Do you know how old he was?
37.
37. All right.
Means what?
He died quite young. Okay, so let's get back to Never Tear Us Apart, Inxs in Prague. And it's interesting. Where is the sax player playing? Where is that? Do you know where that is?
A grave site.
That's a grave site. Yeah. Interesting.
Why is he playing the grave site?
That's a very good question. You might want to ask Andrew Farriss and other members of the band Inxs. Viewers, yeah. I mean, and what graveyard is that in Prague? Are they?
Why is he saying live for 1,000 years? Why does he sing that?
What do you think he's saying? If you could live for 1,000 years, if somebody wants to live for 1,000 years, are they having a good time on planet Earth?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For 1,000 years,
Why?
they don't want to. They don't want to end their life. But
But what?
But unfortunately, Michael Hutchence, he took his own life. So
And died what?
That's really, and he died at the age of 37. He died quite young, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it's rather ironic that, the lyrics, if you could live for 1,000 years, and he only lived for 37 years, right?
Means he died. Why are you saying let's live for 1,000 years?
Well, he is in a relation. It could be he's met someone and he wants to live 1,000 years with them.
Because people want to live what?
They want to live healthy and
Longer.
yeah.
They don't want to what?
They don't want to die young. What other band do you hear a saxophone player in? What other bands do you hear where there's a real strong sax? Well, the Bruce Springsteen, right?
E Street Band.
The E Street Band, and then saxophone in Goodbye Stranger. Supertramp. Let's get back to Never Tear Us Apart by Inxs.
I was scared. You were there. Two worlds collided. And they could never tear us apart. You were standing.
Now, they said, you can never tear us apart. So, do you know that William Shakespeare wrote this great play entitled Romeo and Juliet, and family didn't want them to get together. So, it could be that, he's fallen in love with this person, and he wants to spend 1,000 years, and he's saying, no one's going to tear us apart. He's going to say, no one's going to tear us apart, right?
Maybe.
No one's going to stop.
Maybe live 1,000 years.
And live 1,000
Means
years.
what?
Live eternity, right? Like 1,000 years is just for a long, 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 long time.
People don't want to die what?
They don't want to die, as we said, young, right? Okay,
Right.
So let's get back to Never Tear Us Apart.
They want to live longer. They don't want to die young.
That's right.
Mary Wells wants to
That's
live-
why you and I run and we stay healthy.
Mary Wells wants to live longer. She doesn't want to die young.
That's right.
George Harrison doesn't want to die young.
Yes, but we digress, viewers.
I was there. Two worlds collided. And they could never tear us apart. I was standing.
All right, so we'll just stop there. A square in Prague, and we see people. So I bet you they have bands that play there, buskers and busking, and it's Inxs, Never Tear Us Apart.
When he sings, okay, let's live for 1,000 years, what's that mean?
Well, you've asked that about 3 or 4 times, and I think we've answered that
It
question.
means to live what? Not to die young.
To die young, right, okay? So, Never Tear Us Apart. There is a Canadian connection to Inxs. Back in, you were a baby, and your mother and I were glued to this, to the television, and there was a show called, there was an Inxs was looking for a replacement singer to replace Michael Hutchence as lead singer. Do you know who won the contest?
Who?
It was called Rockstar Inxs, I believe.
Why did the cover of Michael Hutchence?
He replaced, it was a man.
Why had to replace him?
Well, because they wanted to go back on tour and they wanted to get together again. I'll give you his
even though he died young, what?
Yeah, they wanted to get the band back together, and first 2 initials J.D. Do you know what the last name is?
What?
J.D. Fortune. J.D. Fortune, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Terence Trent D'Arby was also the lead singer, right? Wishing Well. Your mother, I believe, likes some of the songs, and your uncle, right, who lives in England, likes Terence Trent D'Arby. All right.
I want Michael Hutchence to live longer.
But but we know, and we've talked about Elvis. We've talked about other artists like George Harrison, John Lennon, who have passed on. That their memories will live on through what?
Their music, even though they died, even though they died young, what?
Their music will live on. So this is a beautiful song, Never Tear Us Apart. And I bet you some people have this as their wedding song, right?
Yeah, even though they died young, what?
Yeah. So
their music, they want to live forever. They want to die young.
Yeah, that's right. So you and I are recommending, and to say, do you know the title of the album that this came off of?
What?
Kick. This is off the album Kick. Now we're going to go fast forward to when J.D. Fortune was the lead singer of Inxs, and they had they created an album called Switch. And on Switch, you and I are recommending that our viewers, and we'll post the link, the song. It's entitled God's Top 10. Andrew Farriss wrote this song. I'm not sure, and it was like him and someone else, and it was about Michael Hutchence. And it was about his girlfriend, Paula Yates, and their daughter, Tiger Lily.
I don't know when she was born.
I don't know. We have to, for viewers, if you know when Tiger Lily, I'm sure she's a young woman now. But in that song, in the lyrics, God's Top 10, they talk about his child, and that's Tiger Lily.
When she was born.
Right. And then there's another request. There was Inxs. And what was the other band?
U2.
U2, right. So U2 will fulfill that request. But U2, lead singer?
Bono,
and I'm sure Edge and all 4 band members were good friends with Michael Hutchence, and they recorded a song. Do you know what song that is in memory of him?
What?
Stuck in the Moment. So that was their... They were paying homage, and they were honoring the life of the late Michael Hutchence. Okay, so we encourage. We'll put the link in the description. So please check out God's Top 10, single off of the Switch album, and Stuck in the Moment by U2. So. We thank all of our viewers. Where are you at now, Deejay Stevie, in terms of subscribers?
700.
Can't really hear what you're saying.
700 and what, Mommy?
700. Sorry.
So it's about 760, I believe, right? 700. So congratulations.
764.
64, right? So we are approaching not 600, not 700. We're approaching
1,000.
Well, we're approaching 1,000, but to get there, 600, 700, then there's 800, 900, 1,000. So Deejay Stevie is going to look in the camera, and he is going to tell you what as his viewers.
Please go and subscribe to the like button.
Okay, that sounded like please go and
Please go and subscribe to the like button. Please
and the like button. What do you want them to do with that like button?
like and subscribe.
You want them like the like button. What do you want them to do with the like button?
Please go and check out my YouTube channel.
And what do they do with the like button?
Press the like.
Press that like button. Right. And please share.
Thank
Right?
you, everybody. Also, welcome the new subscribers.
Right, and welcome new subscribers because DJ Stevie, your subscription continues to grow,
Yeah.
right? I guess you are supporting Chelsea as they are in the Barclays Premier League, so, and that. So, okay, well, we hope you've enjoyed a rather short song, but a powerful song, Never Tear Us Apart by Inxs. And we're approaching the end of the month of January. Now, I don't know, maybe you would know, but who was born on this day and one of the best guitarists, and he's passed on as well.
Van Halen, was well jump.
Yeah, but what's his name? Not Alex Van Halen. Alex Van Halen is a drummer.
Eddie Van Halen.
Edward Ludwig von Halen. So, Van Halen. We wish him a happy heavenly birthday.
He didn't die young.
No, not really. I think he was in his 60s. Died of a stroke. But
who died young?
Well, we get back to that. We do know there's a 27 Club, and maybe we will focus on people like Amy Winehouse and Kurt Cobain and other people who died, Jimi Hendrix,
When?
at the age of 27. Okay.
When?
They all died at different times, right? So on an upward swing here, we are going to thank you for tuning in. And please share the videos and DJ Stevie, Autism Rocks. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Mummy's birthday's coming up. So her birthday is on Sunday. So we wish her an early happy birthday, right?
Right.
Okay, what do you want to say to her, to your viewers?
Happy birthday, mommy.
Feliz campaña.
Welcome ledish lanchi. Welcome ledish lanchi. Welcome ledish mommy. Welcome ledish lanchi.
So we say to Mummy an early Melcom Ledet, and we wish her many, many other happy Melcom Ledets, right?
Yes.
Okay, so on the count of 3, we're going to look up and engage with the viewers.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Ant ulet sost amasaganalo.